Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello and welcome to Cooking with
Charles!
Charles! That's me! Oh, wow, cool. This is week 2 of our meal kit program. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining in. If you got a meal kit this week, wonderful. Cook along with me, please. If you didn't, you can still follow this recipe for some tasty, tasty food. So, what are we doing today? Well, let's check out our mystery box of ingredients, shall we? Oh, we have a golden beet, a sweet potato, maple syrup. Okay, I like where this is going so far. Pecan pieces and panko breadcrumbs. Last but certainly not least, chicken breasts. These are boneless, skinless chicken breasts that we recently got from a wonderful place right outside of Marion, Virginia called Southern Fork Farms. Shout out to Sean Boucher. Hey, what's up? Love their products. They have wonderful, wonderful chicken. I've never tasted chicken like I've tasted from them, so I highly recommend it. You can find them at the Laurel Springs Farm Store. You can contact them directly on Facebook. You can go to Blue Hills Market in Abingdon, and they carry them as well. So, with all of these tasty, beautiful ingredients, what can we make? Let's see. How about Rice Krispie bars? You know, with the Rice Krispies and the marshmallow, and of course we would probably need to get those ingredients to do that, so let's not do that. We did meatloaf last time, right? Yes, okay. Probably pecan chicken. Yes, that is what we're going to do today, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to do oven roasted or baked pecan chicken. While we're on this subject, how do you all pronounce P-E-C-A-N? It's controversial, trust me. I'm in the South, I know. So, I prefer to say pecan, but I hear just as many other people say pecan. I don't think there's a right or wrong response to that. But be sure to let us know in the comments, and we'll start calling it whatever you want. So, we have all these beautiful ingredients. We're going to do the oven roasted pecan chicken, or pecan chicken, however you prefer. First, what we need to do is get all of our stuff together where it's at our fingertips so we don't have to move around a whole lot in the middle of everything. Does anybody remember what that's called? Tommy. Yes! Mise en place. Very good, Tommy. You get an A today, buddy. So, yeah, that's M-I-S-E-E-N-P-L-A-C-E. Mise en place. A French term, just means get all your stuff together and ready before you start doing it. Okay? So I'm going to start that now. So I have a couple of bowls. And then I have what I'm going to call my landing zone, but it's just a sheet pan. You can use a cookie sheet, a full sheet, half sheet, whatever you want. You just basically have to have something to put your chicken on to put in the oven. Because if you put it in there without anything underneath it, I promise you it'll make a mess. Don't ask me how I know that. Okay, so this is a really simple dish, but it is so tasty. I cannot wait to hear your all's comments because it is so delicious. In here I have 1.5 cups of pecans, or pecans, chopped pretty finely. Like I've got some pecan dust in here and then some chunks as well. But I've also got a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. Again, I'm using panko. You can use any kind of breadcrumb you like. I don't like to get the seasoned stuff because I like to season my own stuff. So here we go. We're going to dump all of this into one of our bowls. Voila, mon chéri. No, I took French. I didn't take French. Okay. Now we have wonderful maple syrup. Again, if you're not using the meal kit, that's totally fine. Get it next time. But I do really recommend real maple syrup. You can get the pancake syrup all you want. It's not the same. I promise you there is a very noticeable difference. So I've basically got myself a little production line. If I had a conveyor belt, that would be really cool, and I could consider ourselves living in the Jetsons era. Great show. I recommend it. So what we're going to do is take a chicken breast, dip it into this wonderful maple syrup, and then cover it, dredge it in our pecan and bread mixture, and it's going to land here, the half sheet pan or cookie sheet, whatever you have. But it likes to stick, especially with that maple syrup. So we're going to use some non-stick cooking spray. And now we're ready. I'm going to unwrap our chicken. By the way, if you got the meal kits, we went ahead and trimmed all the chicken breasts up for you. They don't need a lot, but we cleaned it all up, we've rinsed it all off, so you're good to go straight from the package. If you're using store-bought stuff, make sure you maybe trim some of the fat off and wash your chicken. You just have to rub it under running water, and that'll take care of it. And then pat it dry with towels or paper towels. So we have this beautiful Southern Fork Farm chicken breast. Goes right in to our maple syrup. Make sure it's covered. It gets all in the nooks and crannies. And then immediately goes right into our pecan and breadcrumb mixture. Turn it over, give it a little massage. Talk to it. How was your dough today, honey? Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. There's other jobs. You can find another one. Now you want this really good and covered, because that's where a lot of the flavor is going to come from. So there's one breast. Back into the maple syrup we go. Back to the pecans and breadcrumbs we go. So I'm seeing some empty spots on the chicken breasts now, so I'm just going to go back with my mixture and kind of go right back over it. Just pour some on there. And then kind of push it down in there. Get them really happy. So now, what do? Well, first what you're going to want to do is go to your loved one, your wife, your husband, your children, and give them a nice big hug. Just kidding. Go wash your hands right now. 20 to 30 seconds in the hottest water you can possibly stand, and then dry it. You do not want cross-contamination, especially when we're dealing with chicken. So let's all do that right now. I'll see you back in 30 seconds. Oh, hey! Sorry, I forgot about you. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, I forgot we're doing the pecan chicken. So before we started all of this, I set my temperature on my oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not real sure what that equates to in Kelvin, but I don't want to use that, so let's stick with Fahrenheit for today. We're going to pop this in the oven, the preheated oven, and we're going to go 20 minutes, around 20 minutes. What I like to do is about halfway through, I take the chicken out and I flip it over, each breast, and then I put it back in and let it go for the rest of the time. That gives you good, even browning. You're not going to get one side that's soggy or anything like that. So I highly recommend you do that. And what you're looking for when you pull this out of the oven is you're wanting 165 degrees on your thermometer. You get a stick thermometer like I have right here. You go to the fattest part of the chicken, which is right here, and I go in at a slight angle about halfway through, and we make sure that it's not touching, it's not coming out any other side. Now, if you're doing this with bone chicken, you would do this in a thigh or a leg, but you have to dodge the bone. But you're looking for 165 degrees on this thing, and again, that's Fahrenheit. Sorry, centigrade. So, that's what we're going to do now. Put it in the oven. The next time you see this, it's going to be cooked golden delicious and crunchy. There is so much flavor in this. I highly, highly recommend you try it. And when you do try it, please, again, send us pictures. Go to our Facebook, our Instagram. Email me. Send me snail mail. I don't care. Draw me pictures. That's even cooler. I just want to see what it looks like when you all do it as well. Now, in the meal kit, and I'm not going to go over the instructions for it, but you'll notice I have a golden beet and a sweet potato. Basically, this is just to roast. And it's so much flavor to go with this pecan chicken. And you can always finish with a little bit of honey mustard or just more maple syrup, which is the route I usually go. But for these, I peel each one of them, and I dice the sweet potato, and I just roast it for about 30 to 45 minutes in the same oven that you're doing the chicken. This, after you've peeled it, I cut slices out of it, and I make little French fries, basically. And this I parboil, which means I just get a pot of boiling water. I make that water taste like the ocean, by the way, lots of salt, and I let it go for about 5 minutes. Then I take it out, dump it, and shock it with some ice water immediately because I'm wanting to stop that cooking. And if you taste it right then, it's going to taste beautiful and wonderful, but it's not going to be completely done. So what I like to do at the end of that is just finish it in a little saute pan with butter or whatever cooking oil you have on hand or prefer to use. And then mix it all together. You have a wonderful meal for two. So I'm going to go pop this in the oven. I'm getting hungry. So is our live studio audience of thousands, or the two directors that are watching me do this. But you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I can't wait to see you next time. Again, be sure to send us pictures. Let us know what you think. Let me know if there's any other meal you want to see us or me cook. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.